What is going on, kings and queens of this wonderful wonderland that we call YouTube? We are back once again with another review, and this time we're going to be tackling TellTale's Batman. Now, initially, upon playing this game, it wasn't one that I was planning on reviewing or really talking about in any way, shape, or form. Primarily because I was afraid of biased and being unfair. Because y'all know how I feel about Telltale and how I think they can do no wrong. And I could very easily be classified as a Telltale fanboy. So I just didn't really see a point in making a video like this. But the reason why I'm in front of the camera right now, and the reason why I changed my mind and stuff, is because not only did Telltale manage to once again give me a great game, but they also managed to give me a great Batman game. Is it as good as the Arkham series? Probably not, but for what it is, still very, very good. This isn't your typical classic Batman story either. It's not your typical ode to the comic books so much like the Arkham series is. If I had to explain the story, I would definitely say that it is more closely linked to the Gotham TV show. And if you don't know what I mean by that, it's a story where Batman tries to solve the murder of his parents and kind of where they fit in to the corrupt political scene of Gotham and how it's run by mobsters and, gangs and just really, really bad people, and just kind of figuring out how to regain control of Gotham and kind of figure out where he fits into the bigger picture as a Wayne. So it's a very emotional, very intense, very heavy storyline for Bruce Wayne, Batman, to handle. And for what it is, and the angle that they took on Gotham, I think it's a story that complements the Telltale formula of decision-based gameplay very, very well. It's one of those games where the Arkham series appeases me as a Batman fan because that is the classic traditional form of Batman, where he goes against a lot of the classical Batman villains that I know and love, and stuff. But in this sense, if this type of game, if this storyline came to me in a Batman game, Telltale's way of doing it is exactly how I would want the game to be. It's exactly how I would want the game to feel. And it would be the exact game that I would want as a fan. And I think having the ability to make decisions as not only Batman, but as Bruce Wayne, that will affect not only the story in the end, but also Gotham as a whole and the people inside of it, complements the Batman side of things very, very well. And the magic of Batman being a part of the Telltale family now is that you can do so much with it. Telltale has countless numbers of possible stories and situations and characters. And they got a really solid start with the first season. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I just want to give you an example. You know, in this season we have the developing relationship between Catwoman and Batman. We have the Penguin popping up. We have Harvey Dent developing into Two-Face. We have Lady Arkham, which is a really awesome main boss or villain, designed by Telltale. I was very surprised to learn that she's not actually a Batman villain, but she fits very, very well. And there's just all these great things that happen, you know, Batman or Bruce Wayne rather meeting Joker for the first time, and just really, really great things happening in this first season. And it just makes me want more, and it just makes me excited to think that they could very easily throw in more supervillains. You know, give us Scarecrow, give us Killer Croc, give us Harley for Joker, give us Poison Ivy. You know, the possibilities and combinations for Telltale with the Batman universe are endless. And you know, not only would I like it, but I think, you know, there's a lot of fan base for Telltale and for Batman to make this a long-standing, long-running game series. I think there's a lot of love for both things to make this a multiple season scenario, and I would love that. I mean, just the cliffhanger and how I was feeling with the ending of the first game left me wanting more. And I think it's very needless for me to say that if you're a Telltale game fan, you're probably going to love this. But above all, if you're a fan of Batman in of itself, but also a fan of Gotham and the storyline that Gotham gives you, this game is great, and it unfolds very, very nicely. It plays very, very nicely and stuff, and it comes highly recommended as a 10 out of 10 for me personally. That being said, I'm aware that the game is not perfect. It is very typical for Telltale games to kind of be clunky and kind of laggy in spots. This one especially, I have the game on disc, and it was just very, very laggy, more so than usual, and clunky to the point where the game at one point stopped running, and I had to restart the chapter that I was on because the game literally lagged so bad that it froze, and it essentially crashed. But you know what? I'll forgive all trespasses against us, Telltale, because the game that you provided once I got through it overshadowed any problems that I had with the game, and I can't wait for next season. I'm not gonna spoil the ending or say anything more about the story other than the fact of, if you're a fan of Telltale, play it. If you're a fan of Batman and Gotham, play it. 10 out of 10. I don't know what else to say. I'm excited for next season, and I hope people that have played it also are as excited as I am. But with that being said, as always, ladies and gentlemen, as a Batman fan and a lover of Telltale games, I salute you, and remember, we're all mad here.